Hi there, this is Cusp Beauty Tarot. We're here to do your cusp reading. This is for Scorpio-Sagittarius cusp. I've been doing some cusp readings lately. People seem to resonate with that. If you're wondering what your cusp dates are, I have all them listed in my about page, in case you're wondering. And if you are a cusper, you can always continue to feel free to watch both your signs that are kind of both of the sun signs, as well as your rising, Venus, moon. You never know what's going to apply. Hopefully the cusp does hit it for you. It is a relationship reading. We'll see what happens and we'll take it from there. We'll clarify how you're doing, what the energy is of the person you're thinking about. Okay? So let's see what's going on for you, Scorpio and Sagittarius cusp. So where you are, November 2019, the sun, how you see your person, the Tower in reverse, how you feel about them, the Page of Pentacles in reverse, where they are, the Two of Cups, ooh, whoa, how they see you, the Queen of Wands, kicking it, wow, how they feel about you, perplexing for me, is the Eight of Cups. They might be thinking about needing to move on or take a break. The energy of the two of you is a slippery and not so happy to see Seven of Swords. The obstacle is gaining victory or moving ahead or moving forward or being clear between two paths, which is, maybe just not feeling like you're gaining victory or moving forward with this person right now. The advice would be to not rush in. Knight of Swords in the reverse. Okay, don't rush in with the communication. The potential outcome, however, is there could be communication and movement. Okay, so this is not too all over the place. All right, it's got some really, really interesting, we like this. We like bottom of the deck, Nine of Cups. So, I'm sorry, yeah, Nine of Cups. So there's a potential feeling of wanting, your wishes to come true, perhaps getting your wishes, feeling justified to get what you want. So, not a bad thing. Okay. So let's, I'm going to I'm going to pull that out and just put that somewhere where you can kind of, keep an eye on it here on camera. So, okay, what's happening here? So where you are sitting right now is, you're feeling really positive, or you're feeling like something has been, you're aware of something maybe for the first time. Children could be prominent in your life right now. I don't usually even read that as the sun, although a lot of readers do, but for whatever reason I'm reading that it could be for some of you. So, though, I really do believe in that sentiment that, that the sun is casting a positive light. You're feeling positive no matter what's really going on around you. You're taking an optimistic view. You're on top of things. You're feeling positive about things right now. Interestingly, you see your person as going through upheaval. You see your person as struggling with something, maybe actually avoiding a struggle, maybe avoiding a tower moment. You see them as maybe stepping around something, stepping on eggshells. They are being evasive, possibly, which might be. So, but let's see. Why would you see that? So the way you see them as being evasive or avoiding trouble, avoiding a shakeup, the way you feel about your person is the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. So you're feeling good. You see that they're avoiding some big change or shakeup, and you are personally in the place of not. Two things. For some of the people I'm reading for, you may feel like you're not extending an offer. You're not seeing the value of something they're bringing, or you're feeling like you're not quite learning. You're not learning what needs to happen here. So I'm going to ask you to apply that for you, but we also will clarify. But you're feeling for them a lack of value. So I'm not sure, but I just think you're sitting very confidently right now. I should mention, and I didn't, you know, that kind of ties into the Nine of Cups too, because you're feeling confident that you will get your wish, that you will prevail for some reason. And so where your person is, they're feeling the connection. They're feeling tied to you at a kindred spirit level. This is kind of my kindred spirit spark of a really deep relationship. I mean, it's not the lovers and it's not other things, but truthfully for me, I do have a very strong feeling about the Two of Cups card. So if your person is in the vibe of the Two of Cups for the snapshot of this reading with you, I think they're really feeling it with you. At least at a core level, okay? So at a core level, they're feeling that, and we'll clarify. They see you as the Queen of Wands. They see you as really attractive. They see you as somebody who's making things happen, who's charismatic, who attracts people to her or him. Don't worry about the gender. You could be doing well in your business, in your work. When you come into a room, you light up the room. You've got stories. You've got just a je ne sais quoi about you. And, they know that you're pretty special and that you have options and that people are attracted to you. They see you as that. I think they actually feel that they would be lucky for this connection. And yet the interesting polarity is, the interesting opposite here is that they see you as a Queen of Wands. And I wonder if they feel like you're maybe on a pedestal to them, because what they feel about you is this essence of maybe they need to step back. This is not that they see you doing this. This is in the feel about you spot. So for some of you that this is at all going to be resonating with, your person is feeling like they may need to take a break. They may be going through an evolution. I don't always see the Eight of Cups as something that's permanent, so don't freak out. And this is a November 2019 reading, so it may not be forever. But there's an element of this person taking a pause. They've invested a certain amount in this, but for some reason, they might be taking a pause. And interestingly enough, the energy between the two of you is this slippery Seven of Swords energy, which I'm never crazy about. However, it could be strategic. It could be that for whatever reason you're acting strategically, they're acting strategically, and that they are, there's plans being made. I'm kind of feeling a bit more of that. Somebody's kind of taking what they can out of a situation and moving on. This could be both of you, that you're kind of trying to take anything from this and kind of keep walking a little bit to for some purpose. Okay. So and again, I don't see you being so disrupted. You're like the sun right now. So the obstacle would be the Chariot, though. So can you move forward? Is there a block? Can victory be obtained with this person? The advice is don't rush in. This would not be a time to rush in, to force something. It's probably more of a time to glean and assess and evaluate where you're at, instead of rushing in with a communication and trying to force a solve or a solution on this. And the ultimate, because there's definitely some confusion here, and I wouldn't be surprised if you're feeling confused. The ultimate potential outcome during this period, though, is movement. So maybe this is saying that if you just wait a little bit longer and don't force your hand, that as times go here during this period, there will be some communication coming in. Or we'll see. I mean, to me, the arrows are going towards your person. So maybe, there will be a point at which you feel you're able to move forward with reaching out. Let me just clarify this, because this would be warning you against rushing in to reach out. Yet the outcome is that there could be communication coming in. And my sense is the movement, and there was a block in the Eight of Wands. But my sense is the movement is that ultimately you may end up reaching out to them. I think what this is telling me is don't do it impulsively. Okay, that you might end up texting, communicating, calling, and all that stuff later, but probably not to do it impulsively. Okay, if you're feeling that you need to. So why do you see your person as the Tower in 2 cards or more? Why do you see your person as the Tower and avoiding upheaval? They're not moving on. They're not moving on. They're not wanting to be independent or free of. I think that they have secrets. They're not tapping their intuition. They're not learning, and they're not moving on. I think you see them as stuck. Truthfully, for whatever reason, I think you see them as somewhat stuck. What you feel about them is that you're feeling that you're not willing to make an offer. You're not sure if this is of enough value to you. Why is that? Because you had a big regret over this, a big loss, a big betrayal. Wow. And you're still working on healing. That's pretty clear. Pretty clear. But I mean, you're the sun. So you've something's been illuminated to you. What's been illuminated to you? Well, you've got the Knight of Swords. Some communication came in fast. You are the sun because you're dropping some of your worries. You're going to be releasing yourself from the mental anguish. And maybe you learned something about, maybe there's a Queen of Pentacles that's prominent in this scenario. You were illuminated about something where that's going to allow you to drop your worries over, the ability to create with this person, or the fact that maybe there was a Queen of Pentacles in their life. What is this Queen of Pentacles about? Yeah, so the Queen of Pentacles is that you were feeling an inability to create with this person and inability to manifest with this person, but you're going to be dropping your worries about that, and that's what is going to lighten you and give you that sun feeling. You're going to be dropping your worries, and you are healing about that. There's definitely, look, when this happens, major loss, betrayal, but both you're getting over, and there's still a healing that needs to happen. Okay, so that is in your feelings for the other person. So you are definitely needing to heal. Why are they feeling the 2 of Cups for you, though? Scorpio, Sagittarius, their person is the 2 of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. I'm a little confused, but there's an offer coming in. There's an opportunity. I think that they're not taking it. They're not transforming, and they're not taking it. They are at the core, they feel a connection to you, but if you had offered them an opportunity in the past, they're not transforming and they're not taking it. So that could have been the spurring of this issue, is they're not willing to change. Right now they may not be willing to change, or they're stuck on how to change. And they might be harboring resentment. They might be harboring resentment. They might feel that you had a part in some of this that was sticking with them as not quite fair. And that's also makes them stay where they are because they have not reconciled that yet. Yeah, they're still getting over the hurt. That makes sense. They do see you as the Queen of Wands. They see you as the Queen of Wands. They see you as attractive, but they feel 8 of Cups. I think it's because of this hurt and confusion. Interesting. They're torn from walking away and not walking away because they feel like they may have been, there was some harsh communication. around maybe a family situation or around their idea of having this work and having this be abundant. And they're not necessarily walking away. I think the Eight of Cups upright, Eight of Cups in the reverse. There's definitely a push-pull there, how they feel about it. They're still getting over their hurt, which makes sense. So I think they're in a quandary, and maybe they're feeling they're trying to make that decision. Ultimately, during this period, they may not come forward. They may not apologize. You may not hear from them during this period. Okay. You're definitely not feeling like you're ready to walk away. You're still feeling that something needs to be healed. You need to heal. You've definitely felt betrayed and a loss. They have felt hurt. I think you're mirroring each other. The Seven of Swords between you and the King of Wands. The Seven of Swords is this feeling of somebody's trying to get away with something. The King of Wands, Ten of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. So, there's something that would have had a lot of energy and power behind it, but your King of Wands is feeling the burden and is not making an offer. So they're trying to go an easy route here. They're trying to get away with something without having to put too much effort in. And for them, that's that or you, and you're not extending the offer because it feels like too much. It feels like it's too heavy or burdensome right now. And the obstacle is gaining victory, getting what you want, building together, and there's somebody stubborn in the mix. One or both of you is being stubborn, and it's hard to get what you want together. Okay, so this idea of gaining victory and moving this thing forward it's a bit in a gridlock. I think you're both feeling stubborn, and in a way, not sure if you're going to be able to succeed and move this thing forward. The advice to you is to not rush in. Do not rush in. I mean, you have a lot to heal and work on here. Do not rush in. Okay, because this connection has definitely deep roots in it, but there's problems with rushing in because you could be taking this and continuing to upend this partnership through fighting or negative. It could lead to a negative communication and a tower moment. Now, if that's meant to be and you don't hold yourself back during this period and say you did rush in, what's supposed to happen would happen. I mean, maybe there needs to be a shakeup. But if you're trying to avoid the huge shakeup, for now, it would say hold your ground and take a peace, take a pause, because not making this decision could avoid this argument and a tower moment. So meaning like pause. Okay, and why would this be eventually, though, this communication coming from you when it's warning you to not rush in? We do have the Eight of Wands going toward your person. Watching your impulse, being realistic and coming to a decision about it, but watching your impulse. Because, look, I mean, this could upend a family situation. So I think it's still saying watch impulsive communication on your part to them. It's definitely saying that if you don't watch your impulse, it's telling you that here too. If you don't watch your impulse, you would have the potential to ignore how to really correctly make this decision, and it could continue to ruffle the feathers of harmony here and the partnership. Okay, so I think for now it's saying take a pause, heal. You've got a lot to heal. They do see you. They're in the Two of Cups. They're still feeling hurt. They are licking their wounds as well. They see you as the Queen of Wands. They see you as busy. You got a lot going on. They see you've got a lot going on, but they're wondering if they would have luck with you. And they're wondering if you would reject their offer completely. There's a lot of emotions going on between the two of you right now. I've got to say this is a big mirroring reading for me. Not sure who instigated it. There's definitely been some slippery energy between the two of you. I think there's, I don't know who was betrayed or hurt first, but you're definitely both licking your wounds and trying to heal. The message here is to not rush in. Don't do anything too impulsive during this period, okay? We also have a Mercury retrograde coming up. We're kind of entering into that, like shadow preceding it. And it's going to be most of November. So maybe this is saying just be really careful about your communications, okay? Just be really careful about your communications during this time. I would say the biggest message is probably to take time for you. Yeah, it's being aware of what may have transpired. Same card, but in the reverse. Take some time for you. Don't be overly banking on a fantasy or an illusion around this situation. And Scorpio Sagittarius, take time for you. Seek help if you need it and get the insight you need. That's my message for you for November 2019. I hope some of it resonated with you. Please like and share and subscribe if it did. Check your other signs, and I will see you soon. Thanks.